All right, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Coach Green is here after the 2-week road trip. Saw the Cougs go 3-5. Coach, what'd you see from your club the first 2 weeks? And quick, short assessment of your club.
Yeah, long road trip, really productive. Proud of the guys. You're on day 11 and you come back and get 6 in the bottom of the 8 or top 8 and top 9. Was pretty impressed with our competitive spirit, our belief, our fight that we showed a little bit. Feel pretty good about those components of it. Obviously, coming back after 8, 3, and 5, statistically, you'd love to have a better one-loss record. But the fact that we're in every game competing, there was definitely an improvement from where we were just in mid-January to where we were on the last day of a road trip. So all in all, feel good about that. Pitched it pretty good. In fact, probably better than pretty good. And defense was okay. Offensively, we're improving. Our ability to handle a little bit of velocity is improving. Our toughness at the plate is improving a little bit. But all in all, really impressed with 2 big keys. I thought our dugout was outstanding every day from pitch 1 until the final out in Hawaii. It's becoming an identity for us. And then pitching, we're doing a good job of throwing strikes. So those 2 things we can hold our hat on right now and feel good about it. And just looking to improve. A couple of days of practice, and then we'll get back out on Thursday and go out and play Rutgers.
You mentioned the offense, the leader of that offense, Kyle Manzardo. His first 2 weeks, you got to see him in some game day environments and pitch to pitch. He leads the club in hitting. And what have you seen from Kyle Manzardo these first 2 weeks?
Well, he tends to really get a hit when it matters. All of his hits have really come late in games, whether it's 2 outs, nobody on, or somebody on base early. He's our best guy right now. Montez has shown some signs. Vandenbrink has shown some signs. Brady Hill, a pretty intriguing freshman from Spokane. Those guys are off to pretty good starts. Meyer, okay, not bad. Excited, to be quite honest, about a few of those guys. Just want to see him continue to get better. But back to Manzo, he's our best hitter right now. He hammered some balls in Hawaii. It was a big park. Want him to cut down on his strikeouts. Want him to even out his ratio a little bit. He gets a little forward. He gets a little too out in front. He tries a little too hard at times. But coming into his own as a hitter.
You mentioned a couple of those new guys. People haven't got to see him yet. Have to wait another week. But Brady Hill and Justin Vandenbrink and Nate Swartz, he got a big hit on Sunday. What do you think of the new faces?
Well, it's exciting. Preston Clifford's another one. We're trying to play as much athleticism as we can. Experience early. Got to see some of that and put in our best athletes as the trip progressed. It's an athletic game. When there's velocity, you're going to need some bat speed. You're going to be able to let the ball travel a little bit more and make later decisions. But, Brady Hill, that was pretty exciting. He hung in there, and we left him in there left on left as a freshman. Had a couple of big at-bats. Swartz is a tremendous athlete. He got his first collegiate hit. That was exciting. And Clifford, Preston, we put him in. He's a guy who's been Preston's got a high motor. But we got excited about maybe seeing that, and his competitiveness was pretty impressive. So those kids are playing right now, and we're excited about that. That's 3 freshmen, and they're Pac-12 athletes. So, we're excited about them, and I think the team's excited about them.
And then pitching, a couple of big weekends on the pitching front. Zane Mills and A.J. Block, it kind of started with those guys. What'd you see from your pitching staff these first 2 weeks?
Well, those 2 guys in particular, 29-5, I think is what it is with strikeout to walk. Those guys they're pounding the zone. They allow us to play defense. Zane and AJ have been awesome. I mean, they've been outstanding. And with any more offensive output, just a little bit more, AJ's got a couple of wins, and and Zane has been a part of 2 wins. So those guys have been our guys. Waiting to see Brandon get back in there. That'll be soon. Moyle's been awesome out of the pen. Owen Leonard has been an awesome surprise, all done by work through him. Barnum had a great outing, so we're hoping to lengthen that thing out a little bit, but there was some real positives. Tanner West was really good at Northridge, so most of our pitchers, if not all of them, showed a really quality outing at some point in the 11 days.
Now you go kind of shift gears. You guys are home for a couple of days, and then you head down to Arizona, head down to Peoria, the Mariners spring training complex, to host Rutgers, get some more games in against a good Big Ten opponent. What do you think from that club?
Well, I know Steve, when he was at Bryant, they came into Las Cruces and played, and we're both in similar situations. We had some success at our mid-major programs, and now we're getting an opportunity at a bigger place. Steve, he's a good coach. They're 3-3 right now after 6. They've played Miami and another opponent. So 3-3. They'll be offensive. They'll want to swing the bat. They'll be tough. It'll be very two similar teams. This is something that we're going to do, Bobby, every year. Week 3, we're partnering with the Mariners. We're going to play at the Mariners complex. I love the neutral site aspect of bringing somebody else in from some cold weather. So it'll be Rutgers, great opponent. We'll play the stadium on the first day. We'll play under the lights game 2, and then we'll have an early one on Sunday. But 2 evenly matched teams, 2 teams that are getting their programs off the mat and come from great conferences. So it should be a really good opportunity for both of us, and I'm excited about it.
Kind of going along with that, Coach. So is there any team focus for the upcoming series against Rutgers? What do you guys want to work on the most?
Yeah, there's a couple of key areas that really came about, over the road trip, and one of them was, just to be quite honest, was our opportunity to handle velocity. And I said this in an interview, and who's kidding who? We've got to be better at that. We put some work in Hawaii. We're missing too many fastballs at the plate. We're fouling too many of them off. So just over the course of the next couple of days, do as many opportunities for drills as we can to tighten our swings up, to shorten them up. Saw some real positives at Hawaii as the season, or as that series ended. Jack put one into the pull side gap. Manzo put one into the pull side gap. I mean, just to be quite honest, 87 was a real challenge for us 2 weeks ago, and we were able to touch at least 92, 93 at Hawaii. Hawaii had some really good arms, so it was a real positive for us to see that. But we want to continue to strengthen that. We've got to get the ball out of the air. We don't have a lot of power. I want to see us get better at the plate with line drives and ground balls. I want to see our catching do a better job with the pass balls and the free bases. We'll put those work in the next 2 days. I wanted to see us do a better job of controlling the running game. Those are the 3 aspects this week that we want to see an improvement on.
And then one more for you. You played a lot of different guys, especially the last game against Hawaii. You had a lot of pinch hitters, a lot of pinch runners. Is that the plan for the year, or?
Well, yeah, it's a great question. For right now it is, and we're hitting 230 as a team, so nobody's safe. We're going to put in the most competitive guys that we have on our team, and I haven't been in the trenches with this team other than 8 games, so I think we've played now 15 hitters. I think we've had 14 or 15 different position players to start. That was the plan going in, and we're still interested in finding out who's really going to play where. Jobs are still open, but if you compete hard, swing hard, play hard, you're going to have an opportunity to play the next day and to play fearless. So that was the plan. Sunday was a lot of fun. We started with A team, and we ended up unloading the bench, and the bench was incredible. I think we had 4 hits off the bench, so from the 7th inning on, it's pretty exciting.
Let's go. Any questions on the phone line for Coach Green?
Kyle Manzano, you mentioned him a little bit. Is his hot start really a continuation of what you saw in both preseason camp and also in the fall?
Yeah, it's just getting better. His ability to drive the ball to the opposite side is improving. We saw that in the fall. And then, with that transition, let's make sure that we're doing a good job on the pull side. He's spraying it everywhere. Left on left is improving. Big spots, his approach is better. He's just in a natural progression right now of just what good hitters do. And the thing about Manzo, he's got talent, but he really cares. He really competes. He really puts the work in. He's strong. All those attributes that you need to have to be a quality hitter, particularly in this conference. So he's climbing, and I'm just really happy for him to see him get statistical results, because that's so important to these guys. He's been our quality at bat champ just about every game. This will be a back-to-back series for him as the quad champ. So even though he's getting the numbers, he's having quality at bats, and they're pretty consistent.
You talked about working with the guys to shorten their swings. Is Kyle one of those guys? Because obviously, looking at the numbers, the one negative stat I can see about Kyle is that he has 9 strikeouts. So is that something you can work on him to cut down on strikeouts?
Yeah, he's punching out too much, and he's trying too hard. He's overcooking it, and when I say overcooking it, he's just, you think about going opposite side with 2 strikes, and it's not about going on the opposite side for any hitter. It's about backing the ball up and delaying the decision and starting your swing later. And I think for a lot of us early on, opposite field hitting meant go get it and just keep the barrel behind your hands and push it that way, and that's not what we're interested in. And Manzo had a little of that going on. It's getting better. That kind of holds true for a lot of our guys. If you're going to hit at the college level, it's been my experience that you've got to be able to handle the outer half. Pitchers are going to live there, and you've got to be able to teach your guys to be able to fight and adjust on the inside half, and that gives you the ability to hopefully cover at least half of it late. So, but yeah, he's been trying too hard. If we can get his strikeouts down and get that ratio closer to 1-to-1, he's got a chance to have a really, really special career.
You started, so you had 6 different starting pitchers in the first 8 games. I mean, are you going to shorten that up as you get close to starting Pac-12 play? And how have you gotten the innings and the length from the starting pitchers that you wanted to?
Well, Clags has done a great job. Obviously Zane and AJ have just been incredible. Brandon has shown some really good innings. Tanner West was really good at Northridge. He wasn't as sharp at Hawaii. Ethan Ross, that was a pretty incredible environment for him as a freshman on a Friday night in Hawaii. And, they'll get to yelling at you, and it gets pretty loud, and it's a pretty daunting place to play. He certainly has the stuff. It can get to low 90s. He's got a big curveball and a changeup. So, we feel like we've got 5 guys that could start. We really just want to manage that into our 3 and stretch the bullpen a little bit. But to answer your question, we're going to use the next 2 weeks with a 4-game series against Niagara and then these 3 against Rutgers just to really try to tighten up who those 3 will be. Hopefully we don't have a TBA situation on Sunday, but on opening weekend in pack play we still could. It's my philosophy, and it's Coach Clagg's and our coaching staff's philosophy that in order for us to be successful, we've got to have bullpen. We're 3-5, and to be quite honest, those wins have come through bullpen. We've been able to stretch it with Owen and with Zane and with Bryce. Those guys are the reason why after a great starting outing we've been able to get some wins. So we'll hope to do that, but I think we're still 2 weeks away from really defining what that's going to be.
Any other questions on the phone line for Coach? All right, back in the room. Anybody else? All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck in Arizona.
All right, thank you guys.